Hi, my friend. It's Pat Sloan here. Before we get to the Breakfast Club, which starts today, I wanted to go over a few other things. It is celebrating birds today. That is the sort of celebration of the day, one of them. And I want you to see my bird quilt that is waiting for binding. Maybe it needs to get on the binding stack for the weekend here. So here is one that we did a little while ago. These little blue birds, aren't they the sweetest ever? Look at them, and look at the quilting on here with the little swirls and the tiny little flowers. This is a free pattern, and so there's a link in the description box and at my website today so that you can go download it if you missed out somehow. If you somehow missed out. We had such a fun sew along with this. It was done in my Bonnie, no, it's done in the bird song fabric. Is that right? Okay, I can't remember. Yeah, that's it. That's like so many fabric lines, I start to forget. So show your quilts today that have birds on them or bird fabrics. So that is the focus for today's share. So I got my hair cut. I've been meaning to say that because many of you have been writing in the comments, did you get your hair cut? Did you get your hair cut? Yes, I got my hair cut. I got my hair cut on New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve, I went and got it cut. Just because that's when the appointment was. I was surprised. I was like, oh, okay, I'll take it. But I had not gotten my hair cut since July. So I was letting it grow out because I was going to go to a new place and I wanted it longer than it had been. And so I was just letting it grow and I was trimming it myself whenever I needed to since July. And so it was really fun. I've got collar here and everything, but I've got some length now on the back so that it does what I wanted to do. It was a little too short before. It wasn't my style, but there, now it looks good, right? I like it. I like it. So what else do I have? See, I've started doing the yoga with Adriene. For those of you, I mentioned this a while back, but I didn't yet mention it this, it's the kickoff of the year. Adriene, who has the largest yoga YouTube channel, Yoga with Adriene, is linked in the description box and at my website today. She does a free sequence of videos every day in January. Then you can also run her playlist. She has playlists for every month. She also has a paid service website as well for things, but all of her free things are on YouTube. They are wonderful. She is very calm. I really enjoy her yoga videos. I've done them off and on since 2020. That's kind of when I first did the first ones with my friend Cindy. And I always have been trying in January to do them all and then continue it. So sometimes it works. Sometimes I have to kickstart it, like this year. I had to kickstart it, but that's good. I've been doing it every day and it's wonderful, just wonderful. Even if you don't do the whole thing, it's okay. Just do as much as you can. Just do as much as you can. After this video is filmed and I get everything loaded up for tomorrow, then I am going to be sewing. I've got the binding ready. I've got the little binding baby with the red glasses. I've got this one, the mushroom, ready to bind, and then the other two, and maybe I'll add that bird, and then I want to sew on this, on the sea glass. I want to get that whole top part done so I can figure out how many more blocks I have to have and how many I've already have sewn. So those are my things. Those are my things to work on. Now before we go and do the Breakfast Club, I have it's the whole month we are celebrating the 10th anniversary of Quilt Along with Pat Sloan as the community group, and the sort of the process and the community that we have of hanging out together. And so I have another item came in to show you, the zippy bag for the 10th anniversary, the celebration merchandise. Because remember I had the coffee mug. Yes, I'm waiting. Next time you see me, hopefully maybe one of the t-shirt or the sweatshirt, whatever I had coming will be here. And then also is another big fun thing. I have a giveaway. Yes, so excited. I have a lot of these lined up for the month, and some of them are really spectacular. So I talked to my wonderful friends at Aliso Iron, and I am giving away, or they are giving away to one of you. There'll be one big iron to one person and one mini iron, the brand new mini irons. Now we're going to give away a yellow one just like this that I've been using, and they can ship to the US or Canada for a winner of the big iron. This is what I use all the time. For the little iron, they are totally redone. If you have one of the original models, they have redesigned it. It has new buttons, it has new dial, it has a light. You can sit it on its base much easier. They redesigned the whole thing. And I was part of some of the test studies that they were doing. We're giving away a pistachio one, which is the green one. Here's a picture. So the green one is what we're giving away. These were so popular, they are waiting for more to come in, more shipments to come in. They have sold out of all their originals pretty much. So, but they have this pistachio one that'll be going out to somebody just in the US. The little ones just get shipped there. And so, yeah, that is so fun, right? So fun. So I can have you as new recruits to somebody's. So that will be done at my website. Do not do anything here at the YouTube because there's too many scammer bots that come in and tell you you won. You did not win here at YouTube. If anybody writes you anything here on YouTube that you won, it's a lie. It's totally a lie. So that all goes somewhere. You've got to go over to my website today and you can enter in the comments there. And that'll be the same for the entire month for everything we do, pretty much. A couple of them you will go to the company's website, so it just depends. The company's website or my website. Okay, fun. Got to have lots of fun when you have a celebration. Now, let's see. I have one more thing. I ordered, and it arrived, so I'll show you the box first. So I ordered the little tree to put my mushrooms on. This is like the 3 foot tall. So here it is. Let me see. Got it over here. Here, I haven't gotten it all set up. I haven't tried it yet. But there, you can see. See how tall it is? And it has a wider base than I had hoped for. I kept trying to find what that base was, and I finally just, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. I don't think it has to go that wide. I think it can go a little bit more narrow to sit on the shelf. So, but then what came in from Marcia in North Carolina, she said she was shopping for her own birthday present. Yeah. And she found something that for me that she wrapped in this beautiful pink fabric. And let's see. I'll show you she found little mushroom lights. Look at these. Look at these. Yes, you can't have too many lights. So nice. Thank you. And the fabric's beautiful. Beautiful, pretty and pink. Now it is time for the Breakfast Club. So every block will be very, very whimsical. This is something that I have wanted to do for a very long time. There is a style of products, images, just sort of culture called kawaii in Japanese. I'm probably not pronouncing that right, but it's kind of like Hawaii, but kawaii. In Japan, and it's all about the aesthetic centered around things that are cute and adorable. Think Hello Kitty. You understand what Hello Kitty is. You've seen Hello Kitty. Well, there's tons and tons of characters like that. And so I am channeling the kawaii style and aesthetic. And this is our first block for the Breakfast Club. The fried egg with a cute little face. Now, you don't have to do the faces, but I'm going to embroider little faces on everything that I can because it is just so cute. Okay, all right, let's go to the other side. Now I'm going to do Fusible applique by machine. There's no way in 10 minutes here that I can tell you all of my techniques, all of my 35 years of doing applique in 10 minutes. There's just won't work. So I was trying to think, what I'm going to do is each week of this, I will focus on one particular thing that I will do a little bit more of a deep dive so that you get more in depth for that. I've written 2 books on Fusible applique and so this is the more recent one, which has a lot of photos. Of course, this publisher has gone out of business, but you can still get you can still get some stuff online, the book online. You can still get the book online, the physical book, and I have a link to it like on Amazon. So like here, pictures of the quilting in progress or the process in progress, all kinds of notes. So, all right. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to talk about the fabric, because every quilt starts with fabric. So I'm going to talk about the fabric, and then I will trace the shape, and I probably won't deep dive as much then into the other parts. So we'll get to the tracing, and then next week we will talk about thread colors and things like that. I'm going to make the block though. I'm going to make the block and show it to you. But then each week I will take another step. I'll do thread color. I will do actually the stitching. I would take it until I get sort of all those components done. So first of all, for my project, we have the layout. I've given you the layout already, so you know what that is. And get the glare. Okay, so here's the layout. And what I want to do is I want to have just a lot of fun with this. So the blocks are finished 8 inches. So they're finished 8 inches in here. And I am going to use sort of a base, started as a base with this Fruit Loop. So this is the Fruit Loop fabric. Let me just show it to you. All right, my hands don't work as well as they used to, so I can't be untying stuff on camera. It would take me too long. So the Fruit Loop is by Basic Gray, and there is some fruit, and there's a lot of basics, and it has, look at the apples. Look at the apples. Yeah, but there's all breakfast food, remember? But I just thought the colors, these aquas, then it has some white base, just a few that are white based, the yellows. Look at these. They like orange wedges or lemon wedges, and then the greens. Got greens. Look at that, so cute, and like the watermelon red and the pink. So there's apples and peaches and things on there. This has got some word text. Look at this, red, everything red. Look at that. So where we got black, bunch of black, a lot of black, and so I did get a little bit more of this. Because I might go for that here if I have enough. I just got it and I just didn't think about it till later when I already had the fabrics that I would use it for this. The other thing is I could use the red polka dots here. And then these little guys that surround it will probably end up being some fun fabrics. Like I pulled this one from my stash, and I was sent this one here. Look at the cereal bowl. Look at the cereal bowl. Little bananas and blueberries. So cute. Of course, you don't have to use this kind of fabric, but I am. So let me just sort of shuffle this away a second. So just to remind you, everything I'm going to tell you over the next few Fridays to do the Fusible applique is all outlined here. This is like my master class. When I went to teach this, it was a master class. It was 6 hours of all the techniques that I do, and then people would practice them. And so I'll spread out the tips over the next few weeks as I do each of the blocks until I've used them all the tips up, but they're all in here. So you'll be able to see them and follow along. Okay, I use Heat and Bond Light. This is my preferred fusible. I find it to be the most consistent. I do not do full fusible. I do cutaway. So that means that this is just being used as a basting rim, like a little basting to hold it down, because your stitches hold it down. I don't want any fusible in the body of the shape. All the fusible will be under your stitches. So I'm going to show you what that means. This is what the product is. It is paper on one side and the adhesive on the other side. And you have Heat and Bond because it will be stamped like that. So you have it. And it's not tacky. There's no tackiness. It is totally dry. So if you're used to using another product and you want to try this one is totally dry. When you heat it, it will soften the adhesive and let it then stick, and adhere to the other piece of fabric. Okay, you are drawing on the paper side. If you are drawing and it's bumpy, then you are on the wrong side. You need to draw on the paper side. For applique patterns, we're doing things upside down and backwards because we're doing fusible applique, which means we are a reverse image. So your image that is directional, only if it's directional. This oval is not directional, is it? This oval could go this way or this way. It's an oval. It doesn't have one side that's longer or, you know, stuck out. The egg white does. This is kind of, see how it goes up like that? Down here, it goes up like that. So this has been reversed for fusible applique. In an egg shape, it doesn't really matter, but there are a lot of shapes where it very much matters the direction. So I am going to first trace the egg white, because with the cutaway method, because we're not doing full fusible, that means our product goes much further because we can reuse things. So I am just using any kind of a pen because you're doing this on the paper, you're not on your fabric at all, and then I am tracing. And just be very casual. I mean, you don't have, this is an egg white, you know, if your line is not exactly on mine, that is totally fine. You know, just be relaxed about it. Don't, you know, get all uptight about the tracing. So there we go. There's the egg white. The egg yolk's inside. There is plenty of room around here. Do you see that? It's a little close over here. I could have shoved it over some. And you can manually do that if you're working with a design that you need a little bit more room. Just move it. Shift it. See? It's shifted. So now the oval is in the center. And I am going to draw it right in the center like this. So there we go. Here we go. It's drawn. So there are the two shapes. And I take a really good pair of scissors that are comfortable for you to work with. I am using my Kai scissors, and yes, I use the same scissors for paper and for fabric because scissors are not made like the olden days. I mean, paper is not made like the olden days. They don't dull. For me, I have done it for, you know, all my years of sewing. I've done this, and it's fine. So I am cutting a little bit away. I don't want to cut everything away, just a little bit, because I need to cut out the middle, and I don't want all of this to be fused to my egg white fabric because I'm not going to use any of this. Whatever is from the line out will be trash for me because there will be fusible on it, and I am not going to save those. If you save them, go right ahead, but I'm not going to. So here we go. Here's the lesson for today. I will cut through the line like this, cut through the line, and then I will cut like a less than 1/4 of an inch inside the line. I do not pinch and bend this to cut it because there's no reason to. And when you're doing that, you are possibly introducing a point where the fusible and the paper will separate from each other. So if you cut the line and do this, there you go. All right, so this is the egg white shape. Here you are. This is the egg white shape right here. And voila, voila, voila. And then I will do the same here. I will trim away a lot of this because I don't want it. And then like here, and then I will cut out the middle. And I will have a little spaghetti noodle shape. And then I will fuse those to the fabric. Okay, so these are set, ready to fuse, which we will do that, and that'll be the end of this lesson for today. And here are extra pieces that I will keep for small shapes. Anything I can keep, I will. You know, maybe not that one, but I will keep these. So this is super, super frugal. I'm not throwing those away or wasting them. Here's how you handle these shapes. You know, so they're wiggly like this, and what you do is you just get it down onto the applique fabric. Remember, this is the one with the little dots. And then what I'm going to do is press like this from the far side up to the corner. Be sure that it doesn't slide off the fabric. So if you need to, bring it down. But I want to be frugal. I don't want to just plunk it right in the middle. I want to keep it out to the edge. I mean, I could even be a little bit more frugal. I could do this. See? That saves even more. So what I'm doing is I've got a hot iron. I put it on cotton. That's what I use and have always used for this product. I'm going to start this back, and I'm going to go like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and go around, because you are not cooking a roast. So don't put it on there and leave it. You only need about 3 seconds. And then as I come around, these points meet. And even if they didn't, it wouldn't matter because your stitching is what holds it down. So now I will cut on the line. So this is raw edge applique, which means there's no turn under. You are now making the shape. So if you need to adjust it as you're going, you're just going to go right ahead and do that. So next week, I will dive a little bit more into troubleshooting this at this stage. And so I will give you those tips. So let me just finish cutting this guy because there are just so many different things, components to this. It's a new technique maybe for some of you, Fusible applique by machine. But if you have my book, you'll be able to read it now without waiting for the tips. So, okay, so I'm almost to the end. And there we go. Around, around, around. And then I will end up peeling the paper off. So I'm here. And to peel the paper, you just, make a crease. Just press it to make a crease in the paper and it just peels right off. So there you go. And your Fusible is only this much on there. Only that much. And it's right on the edges. And I'll talk about that more. I'll give you even more about that. So then I'll be layering it. This side. So I'll be putting the fried egg in here and then putting the center when I cut that out. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this and then meet you back here. Here is my little sunny side up block. I'll put it up close so you can see it. There we go, the sweet little face on there. So I also have some tutorials on my website for Fusible applique by machine, so you can go review those. I also have done many videos stitching this, showing you all of this process different times through the years, so you could just put Fusible, you could just put applique in the search bar here at my channel and that'll come up. If you have a very specific question and you have looked in the book and you can't looked at my tutorials and you don't find it, you can leave it in the comments as a question and I will try to accumulate those and be sure I'll try to find them and accumulate them so that I can answer them as we go along on these Fridays and the 9 Fridays that we're working on the blocks. Okay, so remember, download your layout as well as the block so that you have the whole shebang. You want the whole shebang, my friend. And Kendall did a video today on the fried eggs, on the Breakfast Club. And so you want to go over to his channel. He is our ambassador who also has a YouTube channel. So check out Kendall's work today because he has some different tips. Okay, and don't forget, it is, here it is, the 10th anniversary. The 10th anniversary of Quilt Along with Pat Sloan, my group at Facebook. And so you want to be sure that you go to my website today and enter for one of the Aliso irons. Remember, this one can be shipped also to Canada. This one's US only. That's the manufacturers have to decide those based on the laws and regulations in the US and the other countries. So anyways, that's how it works. It's out of my control. But there are some giveaways that will be international, just not as many because all the manufacturers I work with are American companies. But some of them, like Orifil, is an international company. So we are going to have a few giveaways that are also available across the world. And the bags came in. All the quilt fun. Look at that. So fun. Okay, my friend, I love you. Mwah. Welcome to the Breakfast Club. I will see you online.